Super excited today. So, yes, so tag some of your realtor buddies, tag some of your new buddies, your new realtor friends. My name is Claudia Hibbert-Smith. You guys should know that by now. If you don't, that is who I am, Claudia Hibbert-Smith. I am a real estate professional from over the last 20 years. I have done everything from investments, commercial, residential, flips, own a lot of properties. I've done a lot. I've not done it all, but I definitely have done a lot. And first of all, happy birthday, Sonia. Happy birthday, because I know today's your birthday. But I want to share with you guys why it is important to be at the appraisal, okay? A lot of you guys are having problems reaching your values, and I'll tell you why. It's because you're not attending the appraisal, okay? If you are a listing agent and you are not attending your appraisal, shame on you. Shame on you. You took the listing, you walked the house. I don't know about you guys, but when I take a listing, I'm taking notes as the seller is talking to me about all the upgrades or the whatnots in the house. I'm taking notes. I'm walking through and I'm taking notes. I'm walking through and I'm taking notes. Okay? If you are a real estate professional, in fact, if you're a realtor on the buyer's end and you're not there, shame on you. Okay? Shame on you. So I'll tell you a little story. I had a house for sale. It's a brand new building, right? It's a brand new construction, single family. And, the values were a little challenging. Across the railroad tracks, they were in 400s. We were at 380. Over one block over into another city, they were in the high 400s. And we were really unsure. So anybody that knows anything about appraisals, they teach you this in class, in real estate school. It is an art, not a science. It is an art, not a science. So if there are 10 comparables, guys, I need you to hear me closely. If there are 10 comparables, the appraiser gets to choose which 3 closed sales or 4 that they want to use. This is key. This is key. See, a lot of you guys just want to put the property on the market, put it on the MLS, and then you're gone. No, doesn't work that way. And I specifically serviced this listing on purpose. On purpose. Because I'm hearing, the appraiser killed my value. This is a VA buyer. I am the listing agent. This is a VA buyer. I called the realtor up down the street that's also got a house for sale. First of all, he's been in contract for a whole 2 weeks before we were in contract and doesn't have his appraisal yet. In my contract, in my rebuttal to the buyer, I put a clause that says buyer to complete their appraisal in 10 days from effective date. Buyer to complete their appraisal within, because I don't want nobody playing around. See, the buyers seem to be very good. The mortgage brokers seem to be very good, but I want to make sure everybody performs on time, in a timely manner. There is no reason for you not to have an appraisal and you're 4 weeks into a contract. It's ridiculous. Listing agents, start adding to your contracts. When the buyer sends over a contract, they're not going to put appraisal to be done in 10 days. No, you counter it. Buyer to complete appraisal within 10 days of effective date. We don't have 4 weeks to talk about a value, and then the value comes in, it doesn't meet it. Now we're wasting a whole month. No. 10 days. If they need a couple more days, give it to them. But the idea is not to take somebody's money. It is to make sure they are going forward in these timelines so that they aren't dragging their feet on your file. I'm telling you this. See, some of y'all don't even know what you're doing. You got to do this. I come to the appraisal. Let me back up for a second. We did an open house. Okay? We did an open house. And I'm going to tell you what I do for my open houses. My open houses are not just for buyers. My open houses are for the buyers, are for the nosy neighbors that's thinking about selling, because now they can see my setup. They can see that I do work very, very exceptionally well. I do over and what's above the call of what I'm supposed to be doing. I provide active sales. I get a little booklet. I put active sales. So just in case a buyer comes without an agent or they don't have a realtor, you can come without an agent. But if you don't have a realtor now, and if this is not the house for you, guess what? I have now sent you houses in the area that is available. Number one, closed sales. Buyers are always coming in. Oh, we don't think the value is here. Wait, pause. Grab your booklet. The values are there. Those comparables are good. They've been, these are closed sales within the last 6 months. They're within a mile radius of the subject. Please take a booklet. Please take a booklet. And I give them the booklet. I have HG Waters. I have HG Waters at the open house. Sign-in sheet. I have active sales. So guess what happens? The appraiser comes. She's writing down the details. She stops to the counter. And she says, oh, these are sold properties? Let me write these addresses down. Some of you got to be at the appraisals. You cannot leave it to their hands. They don't know that the windows are impact. They don't know that the roof has the special shingles on top. They don't know that the water heater is tankless. They don't know that the doors are all fireproof and impact proof. They don't know it. That is why you have to be at the appraisal, so that you can walk around, give them a list of upgrades, the list of things that were done. And I promise you, don't be nasty to the appraiser. Don't get over there and get cocky. You want them to be your friend. Okay? You want to be there before they arrive. I'm dropping some gems. I say all that to say, first of all, my buddy down the street on several occasions have told my seller and me to our faces, pretty much, I would have been had your house under contract. But you don't have your property under contract, Mr. Bud here. And you've been finished your property. First of all, I'm not going to put my seller in contract 3 months before the way this market is going, because this month could be very well different from the next month. We started at 369 and we ended at 380. Do y'all hear what I am telling you? I called him this morning and I said, hey, did you get your appraisal back yet? He's like, no, they didn't come yet. Shame on you, buddy. Oh, did you guys appraise? Absolutely, over appraised value. Now, how do you feel? See, some of y'all got to stop talking about other people. This guy sat in our faces and pretty much told us he would have been had our property under market. But you don't have your property under market and you've been finished for 3 months. I'm confused, mister. Won't you go worry about what you got? And I didn't say anything. My seller said, Claudia, you weren't offended? I was like, no. I know what I'm doing. I know my worth. I know this market. I know what works. Be to your appraisals. If there was nothing for her there to see, she would not have been able to write down, it was a woman, an address. She wrote down 3 to 4 addresses out of my book of comparables that I had at an open house. And I print about 20 of them because I don't want anybody to go home. Let me tell you something. Let me see something. Hold on. When people come and you have that type of booklet, they're impressed. They're like, oh, we don't even want to use our realtor no more. I'm trying to give y'all some game. So I tell you to tell you this. My buddy down the street, probably my seller too, because my seller allowed him to give him information to put in his subconscious, so now he's worried. That's why I don't work in fear. He said, Claudia, you weren't offended? Because he was kind of a little offensive. I was like, no, he's being him. He's doing what he knows how to do best. I don't know. I don't want to worry about whether I'm offended or not. All I want to worry about is we're going to get this property on the market. We're going to get some professional photos. We're going to time it so that as soon as we put the property on the market, we have a open house on a Tuesday. We're going to roll back and have one on a Thursday. Going to roll back and have one on a Saturday. Okay, we're going to have booties for the shoes. We're going to have, y'all stop telling people to take off their shoes at their house. Go buy some $1 booties. Don't nobody want to take off their shoes? Yes, right? And prepare for your open houses. So I'm here today to tell you it is important to attend your appraisal, okay? Because that can make or break your deal. The appraiser does not know all the goods that this house has. They have to hear the passion. Oh my goodness, and my state-of-the-art seller did this, and he put a fire-rated impact garage door and front door. Yes. Tankless water heater, energy efficient AC. Come, let me show you. The bathrooms are larger. We have walk-in closets. We got 3-dimensional shingles. So you got to communicate all that. Be happy. And I say that to say this. They were concerned about meeting the appraisal. And we got it done, baby. We going to closing. Slam dunk. Swoosh. Peace.